She was only 16, babysitting, alone in a quiet house. The doors were locked. The child was safe, but Evelyn Hartley disappeared. Welcome to Last Words Lounge, where every whisper tells a deadly tale. And today we are recounting the eerie enigma of Evelyn Hartley. It was a normal night in La Crosse, Wisconsin. The year, 1953. The day, October 24th. High school honor student Evelyn Hartley was hanging out with some friends that evening, preparing for an upcoming French club meeting. At 6:30 p.m., she left to fulfill her babysitting duties for the Mellon family. Mrs. Mellon had called in sick at work, and her husband was adamant about their daughter being cared for that night as he and his wife planned to attend a college football game. So Evelyn, happy to help out her friend Martha, who was supposed to cover for that evening, arrived at the Mellon residence. The house was locked up tight. All the lights were on inside, and the parents had just left. Young Mary Jane Mellon was tucked into bed asleep. The house was neat and tidy. Nothing was out of place. And yet, when Evelyn called to inform the parents she had arrived, something in her voice made them uneasy. Her tone was oddly flat, as if she were reading from a script. But they dismissed it, assuming that perhaps Evelyn was simply nervous around strangers. She promised to call again in an hour. But at 8:30 p.m., when the second promised phone call didn't come, Mr. Mellon grew concerned. He tried calling back but got no answer. He waited another half hour, then drove to the house. But what he found when he entered sent chills down his spine. All the doors were locked, but a basement window was open. The screen had been ripped off its frame and the curtain torn. One of Evelyn's shoes was on the living room floor. The other was found in the basement. Her glasses lay on the couch, bent and broken. A textbook was open as if left in haste, and the baby monitor lay on the floor. But most importantly, Mary Jane was still asleep in her room, untouched, but Evelyn was gone. A massive search ensued involving hundreds of volunteers, police, and bloodhounds. They combed through the area, searching for any sign of the missing babysitter. Footprints in the yard, drops of blood on the window, and what appeared to be bloody handprints on a garage 2 blocks away. But despite these clues, Evelyn was nowhere to be found. No one screamed. No neighbor witnessed anything unusual that night. It was as if Evelyn Hartley had vanished into thin air. The case quickly made national headlines, and the FBI became involved. Over 300 local men were subjected to lie detector tests, but none of them provided any new leads. Over the years, various theories emerged. A local drifter, a college student, a man who had once stalked the neighborhood, even a connection to a series of similar cases in other states. But none of these theories were ever substantiated. And today, over 68 years later, the mystery remains unsolved. In 2004, more than 50 years after the disappearance, an elderly man came forward claiming his father had confessed to being involved in Evelyn's disappearance. But by that time, both the house where Evelyn had been babysitting and the garage where the alleged abduction occurred had been demolished. The man's father had also died, taking his secrets with him to the grave. And so the case of Evelyn Hartley continues to baffle and haunt the small town of La Crosse, Wisconsin. Evelyn's parents never gave up hope. Her face remained on missing persons posters for decades. But tragically, Evelyn Hartley was never found. No body, no confession, no answers. Just a name and a story that refuses to fade. This has been Last Words Lounge. And if you like this episode, please subscribe for more true stories, softly spoken, never forgotten. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.